Good evening, everyone. Today is day 3 of the Power BI Masterclass for engineers and other data enthusiasts. So in this day 3, we'll be talking about, we'll continue our data preparation process. Okay? If we remember, yesterday, we did the uploading of the data set first. Okay, then we now started the data processing, the data preparation. Please, if you are not talking, mute your mic. Joseph, please mute your mic. Okay, so
Thank you.
the day 3 is continuation of the data preparation. Now, before so our class activities today from the plant 1 generation data set, which I believe everybody have uploaded by now, is number 1, we will look at the data set and see whether it is clean or not, because you don't need to clean what is already clean. So we'll visualize, we'll see the data set, we look at it and see whether it requires to be cleaned. If yes, we will check what requires to be. Is there a blank space? Is there a null value? All these things we will check. Okay, then when we check, when we see those errors, we will now see how to correct them. There are so many dirty ways data sets can be dirty. However, we will discuss all these ways data set can be dirty. But today's class activities that will round up for the data preparation is going to be this 1, 2, 3, 4 that we'll be doing today. Okay, so other ones you can explore while you are working with data set, because most times when you learn to use software, you don't just learn everything. No, you try to know as much as you can, practice as much as you can. Then when you start the real work, I bet you the sky is your starting point. You'll be able to see for yourself as day goes by things that you can actually clean, things that can actually transform. So before we continue, let us have a recap of the Power BI desktop view that we talked about, which is what we have: the report view, we have the data view. Okay, the data view is also known as the table view. Then we have the module view. Okay, so I'll open my Power BI so that when so you can also open yours as I'm opening mine, so that when I'm telling you about these things, I can also show you. So you can open your Power BI to see these type of views. So let me share the screen while I'm opening the Power BI. Okay. So let me share. So this is the Power BI. Now I've opened it. Then please tag along with me, open it. Then I'll click on blank reports. So here is the blank report. Okay. So I'll now go and get the CSV file I want, which is what? It's under download. My own. I don't know where you saved your own. So plant generation data is this one. So now I have loaded the data. Then we did this one yesterday where you can transform the data. We've already passed this side. Okay. Now, before we continue to transform this data, I will just close it. There's nothing I'm applying yet. Okay. Discard changes. See what I want to show you here. The report view. This is the table view, but it's also called the data view. Then this is the model view. These are the three views we have in Power BI. Report, table or data, then model view. So that's what I'm trying to explain to us. Okay. So going back to our documents, I want to take you through the data processes again, which I shared with you in our LinkedIn platform. If you remember, I've shared the data processes because everything have process. Everything it has please please our class rep for today help us to be admitting people. Okay. So we have the data analysis processes. Everything have process. If you want to anything you want to do, there's a process for it. So it's Power BI. I share the process with us in the I share the process with us in our LinkedIn platform. I want to review it before we continue in today's class. Okay, so now data analysis processes in Power BI. Number one is what? Data collection. And I've already mapped it out on how it's going to be within the weeks of our learning. So in this week, we've already talked about data collection, how to load our data, then data preparation. We started it yesterday and we'll complete it this week. Okay. Then we have data modeling. So all these processes, I will still send these documents to you so I can be able to read through it. Okay. So we have, after data collection, we do data preparation. Under data preparation, there's data cleaning and data transformation. I'm going to tell you the difference between two of them. Then we have data modeling. The data modeling is the relationship, okay, getting the relationship and also using DAX expression to create measures, okay, and calculated columns. So you can even create extra columns while you are working on data modeling. Okay, we have now the fourth step is data visualization, which is what? Creating reports and dashboards. Remember, why we do data preparation is because we need to have clean data before we do this data visualization. All these things are steps. If you skip the first step, you will miss everything. Okay, so now the data visualization, which is the fourth process, is creating of dashboard, using slicer, drilling in, making it user friendly, tell your data story and all that. Okay, so the data analysis is the performance of advanced analysis like built-in analysis, like forecasting and the rest of them, then applying your DAX calculation where you be able to be able to have a better insight. Maybe if there's a particular column that you want to form, your data analysis expression, which is DAX, will be able to help you get more columns and give you more insight of that data set. Okay, so other ones are sharing and collaboration, data reference and maintenance. Sharing and collaboration is where you have what? You have the licensed, the online licensed version. So you can now share your reports with the Power BI service, which is a paid version, or even Power BI, the mobile version, which is paid also, and you collaborate with management and the rest of them. So if I give you this book, you will see where the things that I'll be looking at, the week 1, the week 2, and the rest of them. So to give you a clarity of how we will run these our learning within this community. Okay. So now that we have the overview of the data analysis processes, as I told you, I'm going to share it in the platform. And please, if you have anything to say, go ahead and unmute, and I will stop talking and I'll listen to you. Okay. Anywhere, just go ahead and unmute, and feel free to interrupt me. It's an interactive session. We are here to learn. Okay. I heard Mr. Charles yesterday saying that he's working with Power BI. So let him just, all of us are working with Power BI. Just be ready to teach us 1 or 2 things before the end of our training. Because we are starting from tomorrow. Okay. So let's listen attentively, because this data clean, I will do some cleaning, which is the ones I pointed out. Then you will help us do the rest. Okay. So be ready to volunteer. Okay. So now let's continue with our data preparation. Okay. So if you have loaded the data set, please, can I see your hands up? If you are ready to clean the data set, you've loaded the plan generation data. Can I see your hands up so that I can see how many people that are following me to clean this data today? Hello? Hands up, or not thumbs up. I say hands up. There's a hand up button. Thumbs up, I don't know whether you are telling me we are good. Okay, I have okay, I have 2 persons. Is it only 2 persons? Please don't make me don't please tell me that it's everybody. Please, if you are ready to do data cleaning along with me, let me see your hands up. You have your system ready. Okay, it's increasing. Who else? Who else? Who else? Please, let's get the numbers increasing. Okay, thank you, thank you. But I tell you, where do we get the data from? Joseph, you're asking. Please go to the LinkedIn. I posted it on LinkedIn yesterday. I posted it on our Google Meets yesterday. So go to LinkedIn and click the link. Just go down. You will see the link that of data sets we are working with. It's there. The LinkedIn platform. Okay. So now the data preparation. Okay. So first of all, the first step we will do, we've already loaded the data. Then we want to check the data whether we need to clean it. Can't just come out and say, you know what, I've learned data cleaning. Get that data, we just remove duplicate, do the no, you'll be coming down. Okay. So what you need to do is to do what? Is to oh, please, please, I have to put it the other orientation. It has messed up the arrangements. Yeah. Yeah, this is a better arrangement. Okay. It is a better arrangement. But now, let me increase the size. Now we cannot see well. I think we can see now. Okay. So now we'll need to get this data, load it, we've loaded it. Let us now check whether this data is clean or not before we start the data cleaning, okay? Now see how we're going to check. So just watch what I'll be doing now to check whether the data set is clean. What's happening?
It looks like there was a server error. Once we raised our hands, the thing threw us out.
You say?
As soon as I raised my hand, I was logged out. It looks like there was a server issue or something. I don't know if I'm the only one that it happened to.
Okay, you're raising your hand.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to ask?
When you asked that we should indicate if we're ready, I raised my hand.
Sorry.
And
so sorry, it's network.
Okay.
It's network. Okay. So now let's check whether this data set needs cleaning. So see what I'm going to do. You know, the process I always take. I always like saving as. Okay. So let me save this. Okay, so it has already notified that it's in practice. Let me save this as a preparation data day 3. Okay. Okay, please hold on a minute, please. I need to attend to something. Okay, sorry for that. I had to attend to something. Yeah. So now I have loaded the data set. Okay, this is the data. Okay, I've not loaded. You haven't loaded any data. I thought I did. Okay, let me load it again. Okay, so I'm going to transform it. So transformation of data, it will lead me to where will it lead me to? Who can tell us? What's the name of this? Where are we? Who can tell us? Okay, we can't see it. We can't see that. Let me share it again. I hope. Okay. So who can tell us this area? What do they call it? When we click on transform, where does it go? What's this? What's this platform? Here, this page, what's it called? Just try now. Say something. Yeah?
The report view.
Power query.
Power query. Thank you, Joseph. Power query. When you click on transform, it goes to power query. And we'll know what is power query before the end of this class, okay? We'll understand what power query. Yes. Yes, Amaka, power query. Okay, so now I will show you how I got this. Okay. So this column description will tell us how this data is, whether there is error, whether there is empty, whether it's valid. You will see it in this summary. Okay, so now for us to be able to do that, I will stop. Okay, I want someone to share his screen so I can be able to show you how to do this. So I'll stop sharing. Arrow, please, can you help us? Or let me. I think that's your surname. Hamid, can you help us? Can you help us?
Well, I
Share your
have it activated already, but I can let me share.
Okay. Okay, you have it activated already.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, don't worry. Let me ask Amaka. Amaka, do you have it activated already? Amaka, would you want to share your screen?
Okay.
Who doesn't have it activated already so I can be able to show you how we're able to get here? Oh, you want to share? Okay, yeah. So let me stop sharing. So please share and let's show us how we got the column distribution. It's from this column distribution that we'll be able to see whether our data set is clean or we need to clean it. Okay. And also we do so we do a statistics check to see whether it's clean or not. Okay, Amaka, we're waiting for you. You're not sharing yet.
On it, I'm coming.
Okay. So please let us be with our system. You think, and I'm not you think you're understanding what I'm saying. It's a lie. You need to practice along in order to understand. Very, very important. Come with your system, open your Power BI, and tag along with it.
Are you seeing it now? Oh, Jesus.
It's coming up. Not yet. Not yet. Have you clicked on share? Click on screen. Is it screen or window? You need to open it before you can see it on the
Window.
screen.
Window?
Yes.
Okay. Can you see it?
Have you clicked on share?
Yeah.
We are not seeing it.
Preparing data.
Okay, so okay, hey, it's now sharing. So now let's watch how we are going to get the column distribution from please Mr. Chika, can you stop sharing? Amaka is sharing. Okay. Please, Amaka, can you stop share and share again? I think it's now on a wrong view. It's on a view that we cannot see it. Can you share again? Yeah.
Okay.
So remember, we are the Power Query. That is in the Power Query, that is where we are going to get our column distribution, our more like a statistic summary to be able to see whether this data set is clean or not. Okay. So now, what you will do now is click on, okay, click on view. So
View.
let's click on view yes, view. I want
Okay.
to get the column distribution. So click on column distribution. So it's coming up. Then click on column quality.
Column quality. Okay. On it.
Yes. So
Okay.
that's it. So so you can stop sharing. So that's how to get to this point. Okay. So yeah. So that's how to get to this point. I hope we understand. So let me continue sharing. Now, let us do the analysis. Okay. Okay, yeah, someone is raising his hand. Yeah, please, Bennett, please go ahead and talk.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask if there was an error with the data, what would we likely be seeing on this? Would we be seeing some percentage of error within the column?
Exactly. Yes, exactly. And if there's blank spaces, you will also see percentage of empty spaces. Exactly. Okay, so now let's use this column quality and column distribution, more like a statistical distribution, and be able to judge whether these data sets need cleaning. So what I will do is I will say, okay, I'm looking at it now. We are analyzing it together now. So you will see. Now it says the validity is 100%, error 0. Like almost everything is saying same. So there's no error or emptiness. We are happy to hear. Now we have 47 distinct time. That means we have 47 date and time that are different. That's what it means. Same with, so this one, they say we have two distinct values. But if we go back to that our header details or column information, we'll remember that they say that it has only one unique ID. So how come we're having two unique IDs? We will now have to query it. How come it's two unique? Something is wrong somewhere. Okay, so what do? We now click on it and look at the filter. What are you seeing at the filter? The two unique value is what? The one that they said that we are supposed to have, that is only one ID, and the error, which is null. This is an error. So we are already seeing that this data set has error already. So this data set requires cleaning. Okay, from this information, right? Okay, so that's number one. And number two, we will now look, we are still inspecting each column one after the other. Okay, so feel free to interrupt me while we are inspecting because we're analyzing it together. Okay, so now this one, it has 22, okay, and this 437, and these 301 unique values, okay, and this one is just one distinct value, which is what? Lagos. Okay, so from my own perspective of cleaning, because cleaning can be subjective depending on what you want to achieve. To me, this column here, we don't need it. We don't need this column. Okay, so we should remove this column. Okay, that's it. We've already inspected these data sets already. Now, The other thing that we'll be inspecting is the data type. Is the data type correct? Now, these are data types that I told you. We have several of them. Date and time is still date and time, so it's correct. Okay. Now, this column ID now. This plant ID, I mean to say now, it has what? It has a null value, which we have to delete. Another thing, the data type is what? ABC. Is it supposed to be ABC? Is it supposed to be ABC, or is it supposed to be what? What is it supposed to be? Who can tell me? The data type, what is it supposed to be?
Text.
1, 2, 3.
Yes, a whole number. Supposed to be a whole number, which is what? 1, 2, 3 symbol. A whole number. Well, it cannot be a whole number because there's a null value. That means we have to clean that null value before we continue. Okay. So the next one is what? Is this one, which is the key. The ABC is correct. This one, okay, let me bring this down so I can see. So this one is what? Numbers is correct, numbers correct, numbers correct, numbers correct. Okay, and this one, letters correct. So those ones are checked. And so now, before we start the proper cleaning, let us learn one or two things about these data cleaning processes. Okay, then we'll come back to it. We'll still come back to it, but let's have a basic understanding of what we are doing. So now let's go back to our information about data cleaning. So there, I'll now tell you what is Power Query and the rest of them. Okay, now, first of all, in data preparation, we have two stages. Number one is data cleaning. The second one is what? Just unmute and talk. Second one is what? Hello, people. The second one is what? Who can tell us now? Who can bail us out? Okay, let's wait.
Hello, please, can you repeat the question? It was breaking from my end.
I said the data preparation is of two stages. One is data cleaning. The second one is what?
Data transformation.
Thank you, Mr. Chika. We would have stayed here and be wondering, maybe till 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Yeah, data transformation. Okay. So now, what is data cleaning? Now, I'll show you the difference. Data cleaning focuses on correcting the errors or the inconsistencies in the data. Okay, such as removing duplicates, handling missing value, correcting typos, standardizing the formats, the date formats, removing outliers. Who can tell us what is outliers? Who can tell us outliers? Anyone? Who can tell us?
We're looking for the odd ones out.
Thank you. Thank you. Please, engineers, we need to, if we want to do data analysis, let's do some statistics learning. Huh? Did we do that? Well, we did a little a basic statistics while we were in secondary school, right? So probably now that we want to do data analysis, we want to go into statistics, just do one or two distribution here and there, you know, in order to understand one or two things, because to help us in our data set. Data analysis involves a whole lot of statistics. Like that's where you see outliers and the rest of them, percentile and all whatnot. Okay, so now removing outliers. Example, I'm asking you, I gave you a survey and I asked you your age. I don't want to tell me your age. And maybe I'm asking children, or maybe youths. I'm asking youths to fill a form. I don't tell me your age. You think you are wise, you got to write 1,000. Okay, that 1,000, whether you are even an adult or anything, 1,000 is off. It's an outlier. It's odd. It's different. Okay, so that's an example of outlier. Something that is quite different from the data sets you're anticipating or you're expecting. Okay, so now data transformation. What does it involve? It involves modifying the structure or format of the data to make it. So please mute your mic so I can't hear myself. I won't be able to hear myself. Please mute your mic. Okay, Joseph, do you want to say something? You're raising your hand. Joseph, you want to say something? Okay, so
Yes, I want to say something. Can you hear me?
yeah, please go ahead.
Yes. So that time we looked at view, column quality, column distribution, something like that. So how does the thing determine if there is an error in a particular column? Because we saw in a case where is it plant ID or something, some are null, some has a distinct value, and we said it's an error because of that null. So why is it not showing at that point that there is an error on that particular column? So that's the question I want to ask.
Thank you. Now, what you should know is that it is seeing null as a value. What Power BI calls error can be, example, a question mark, okay, or even something that is maybe totally different from the data set. Example, a question mark. It can identify a question mark as an error. So there's it is seeing null as a value. It's not seeing it as as an error. So the question is, what does Power BI see as an error? Okay, Joseph, you asked that question, Abby.
Yes, that's what I'm asking. Yes.
So what does Power BI see an error? I'm asking you back. That will be your assignment. That will be your assignment for tomorrow's class. When I come to tomorrow's class, submit your assignments. It will hear from you. What does Power BI see as an error? You tell us, you share your screen, you teach us what you see as an error. But it's not seeing null as an error, okay? But I'm sure of question mark. It sees question mark as an error. I'm sure of that.
Okay, that's taken.
Yeah. No, that's not taking. No, you have assignments.
Yes, I'll do that and report tomorrow. That's what I mean. It's taken. Thank you.
Yeah. So it's not seeing null as an error. Okay. So other ones, Joseph will help us out tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. So please, that's a very good point out, and we're going to learn more tomorrow. So please let's try to ask questions when we see something is not clear. Okay. So now data transformation involves modifying the structure. Yeah, please go ahead, Amaka.
Yeah, please, looking at your Power Query, I noticed that if you click on, I don't know, your header, I can see some graphical display, like, so I try to click on my own, it's not showing. So I don't know whether we miss any step there. Because that seems to be
Okay.
an information. How come
Yes,
when you
yes,
click on any of
yes,
your header, like now, if you click on another one, you see that that graphical display will change to good,
yes,
but I don't have
yes,
something like that.
yes. Okay. So now this graphical expression, please, Amaka, remind me. We'll talk about it in a brief. Okay. Or rather, let's even talk about it now that you've mentioned it. But if you want to get this view, please go to view. Okay. Click on column distribution. This one. If I
Okay.
remove it now, it will, sorry, not column distribution. Column profile. If I move it now, it will remove. Okay.
Oh,
So if you
okay.
click on column profile, it will show. So
Okay.
that's the
Okay.
profile. So now that I'm going to talk about it, please let's just do a quick recap because we just have 10 minutes to go. Okay. So now, if you remember yesterday, we talked about qualitative data and quantitative data. Okay. Now, this is like if there's one with these are ABC is called what? ABC here is called text. Okay. That's the type of data. So now in this text see what the statistics is all about. It's talking about count, error, empty, distinct, unique, empty string. Who can tell us what is a string? If you have done Python programming, you should have heard of string. That's why I always advise everyone just go and do one coding and just know about all these small languages because that computer understand. Who can tell us what is a string? Amaka, can tell us now. You did Python programming class. Who can tell us what is a string? Hello, engineers.
Okay. Let me come. A string is when a programming like Python sees a text, like let's say boy, so it will
Yes,
see it as a string. But
yes,
when it has a number, it will see it
yes,
as a number. But when it comes to like school, compound, this
yes,
dicey, it will see it as a kind of text, like a word, you know.
yes.
So that's it.
Yeah. So yeah, so that's just it. Another name for text for in coding is called string. Okay, another word is called string. Okay, so now it sees the minimum and the maximum, and that's it. That's it. That's for the qualitative data. Now, for the quantitative data, which talked about yesterday, what is it seeing? You can look at the value distribution, okay, how it's being distributed, how the numbers are distributed. Okay, you can see that there's more statistics. You can even bring it up so I can be able to see it clearer. There's more statistics. It's talking about the what? Even the non-value, the standard deviation, the average, and the other ones that is in the text. Okay, it even have even and odd. Okay, so it has more statistics than the qualitative. And I told you yesterday, the date and time is in between text and qualitative and quantitative. So it have kind of a brief statistics. Okay, so that's just it. So if I'm done, I can just remove the profile. So that's about it. Okay, so going back to I'm going to give you this text, but let's just run through it then. So now data transformation is what? It's also known as shaping of our data, whereby the process is what done in Power Query Editor. So where we are is called Power Query Editor. What do we do when we say data transformation? We are changing the data type, we are removing the rows or the columns, we are renaming depending on what we want to achieve, renaming, splitting, merging, pivoting, unpivoting, adding more custom columns through calculation, aggregation. All these things are data transformation. So you can agree with me that by the time you start your by the time you click on transform and start doing your transformation, you can agree with me that there's a synergy between data cleaning and data transformation, because at the end, we will end up doing almost everything, okay? And then it's either we are doing data cleaning and data transformation at the same time, okay? So the question is, what is Power Query? Okay, is what is data connection? Data connection, a technology by Microsoft for data connection. You can see Power Query in Power BI, in Microsoft Excel. Okay, so what can you do in Power Query? Data connection, data transformation, data combination, data loading. How does it work? How does it work? It has user interface, apply step, language. All these things you can just read at your time. What is the benefit? You will read at your time, okay? So now this is just letting you know about Power Query, which we actually talked about yesterday. Okay, so now let's now go back to our let's go back to our BI and start doing our data cleaning so that we can be able to round up for today. Okay, so now somebody is writing on my screen. Okay, so now let's do the first one. Okay, so the first one, we've already done the check-in. After doing the check-in, we'll do what? Let's go back to home. So we will try to do what? Here, we'll try to replace. We'll try to replace this null value. Okay, if you remember very well, when we are doing our description, this is they say it's a unique plant ID. So all we need to do is to copy this unique plant ID, copy it here. By the time we copy it, we do what? We go to the filter. Sorry. So we go to the filter. No, we go to replace value. Okay, so remember, before you go to replace value, you have to be on that column. Okay, so you go to replace value. We are already starting our data cleaning and transformation. Okay, what are we looking for? We are looking for null, and make sure you write it the way it is. If you write it with small letter, it will not recognize it. Okay, this is null. Okay, and you replace this word with the unique value, and you say what? Okay, and we have cleaned that column, the plant ID. Okay, so what next do we need to do? We need to change data type. It's not ABC because there's a null. That's why we call it ABC. So we need to change it to what? A whole number. We are cleaning our data set. Another thing is we are doing what? We will check each of the column to see whether there's a space. None is, if there's a space, it will even show us. We'll see the space here. Okay, so there's no space here. There's no space here. There's no space here. If there's an empty space, you will see it even before these numbers. Okay, there's no empty space. That's how you will do for all of them. You will check all of them and make sure that there is no empty space. If there's an empty space or a blank space, we need to clean it. And remember, see the percentage that shows whether there's an empty space or not. So there's none. So another thing we want to do is to do what? Is to delete this column, because everything is Lagos. So it's only one state. So there's nothing to analyze within one state. So how do we remove this column? We just click on remove column. Okay, so when we click on remove column, you see it has removed the column. So don't have Lagos State again. Okay, so it has removed the column. So that's pretty much about data cleaning. And you see a whole lot of other data cleaning processes which you have to do depending on how dirty your data is. What we'll be having assignments today, because in this week is data cleaning actually, and I just finished my own part of data cleaning, so it's now your own part. So we have, today is Wednesday, we have Thursday and Friday. So Thursday and Friday we'll be having people come to share their screen and clean data for us. So I want one volunteer for tomorrow. Who will volunteer to get data that is dirty and clean it? Number one, you will get it, you source the data, whether in Cargo, anywhere you want to source it, you source the data, make sure it's dirty, and you will come and show us how to clean it in tomorrow's class. Please, someone should volunteer. Tomorrow's teaching is on you people. Please, who is going to volunteer? Any data set, it can be, it must not be 68,000 like this. It can be 100, 200. Just get the data. You can even alter it to make sure that it's dirty. You can do that. You can help us. Who is teaching us tomorrow now? Everybody's quiet. Who will clean data for us tomorrow?
Okay, I will try.
So please get that data. If it's not dirty, please make it dirty. Make some blank, make some have question mark, make some have anything. Just give us like 2 or 3 or 4 ways you can clean our data. And the ones that we have seen, we can still go try to read more about how to clean other ways, see how to clean other ways, so that when we come back tomorrow, you'll be showing us something different. We've done some cleaning, show us different cleaning entirely. Okay, show us how to remove header, all those things, make it header, something different. Thank you, Amaka. We are grateful. Okay, so to this end, let's call it a night. Any other question, please ask on the on LinkedIn, and please answer if you know the answer to the question. Good night, everyone.